Hi, welcome back. This is BizCoachBen, Pure Value Business Coaching and Consulting. And I'm going to take it a little bit different angle today. I'm going to talk about the San Diego Chargers and why they're now the Los Angeles Chargers. Basically, we're going to tie this whole history of, quite honestly, a political and ownership mess into what we call the integrating principle, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. The San Diego Chargers came to San Diego, actually originally from Los Angeles. They were formed by Barron Hilton in 1960, came to San Diego in 1961. By 1967, the Chargers and the city of San Diego combined and built what at that time was one of the most impressive state-of-the-art stadiums in the world. Jack Murphy Stadium, later called Qualcomm Stadium. And they were able to do that from a fledgling AFL team to, in 1970, an NFL team, because they gained the heart of the people, the consciousness of the people, and the citizens of San Diego and the surrounding communities. And for 56 years, mind you, 56 years, San Diego was in part defined by the San Diego Chargers. So what the heck happened? What's really interesting to me is this whole debacle started about 15 years ago. Right at the same time, the San Diego Padres were looking to upgrade their stadium and move out of a multi-complex stadium into a stadium designed for a ballpark. And they were able to do it. By 2004, they started in 2000. By 2004, they were in their new stadium. In fact, they had to overcome some political obstacles as well. Those obstacles actually delayed the start of the stadium which was originally planned late 2002 or 2003 to 2004. But they were able to do it. And the reason they were able to do it is one reason. The ownership of the San Diego Padres at that time understood one very, very key thing. That they were a service organization. And that what they needed to do was make sure they had not only the mayor and the council and all the city members, county executives and politics, but the heart of the people behind them. Because they understood if they had the heart of the people behind them, they could overcome all political obstructions that would occur. At the same time, the Chargers wanted to do something and began their efforts to get a brand new stadium built. The original plan was at the Mission Valley complex, which is still Qualcomm Stadium. They were completely unable to do that. As we look back, a lot of finger pointing from the mayor's office to the owner of the Chargers, and what we really see though is there was one lacking problem that had not been resolved, had not been addressed, and was not put into a position of success. And that problem was they lost the hearts of the people. The San Diego Chargers became visioned as a billionaire's folly and not part of their community, something they were proud of, something that they wanted to continue. And therefore, time after time after time, measures were put on the ballot and defeated, or never even got to the ballot at all. With the community behind them, there would have been, without a doubt, still a San Diego Charger team and a couple $1 billion stadium to house them in. So what is this integrating principle? The integrating principle is real simple. It's understanding that whatever you are, what business you're in, what position you are in a company, what not-for-profit organization you serve, you are a service organization. And your value is really determined by the degree of service that you are providing to the community as they see it. In other words, it's a very, very famous radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? From their perspective, not from yours, from theirs. So we're going to study a little bit today about what in great companies, organizations, entrepreneurs, and startups do to enhance and leverage the integrating principle. The very first thing is that we want to look at is understanding who our customer is. And I think the San Diego Chargers completely lost who their customer was. They didn't understand that their customer was the entire public of the community of San Diego and the outlying counties and areas. They thought their customer was those people that watched the Charger games and came to the Charger games, but not at all. The San Diego Chargers were at one point a San Diego icon. Later, after the current ownership took over, they slowly eroded that pride of ownership from the community, and it became a sports team. As a sports team, they were not going to succeed in the endeavors, and quite honestly, I doubt they're going to succeed in LA. So what we want to do is make sure that we understand who our customer is, and our customer is anybody who is dependent upon our services in any way, shape, or form. In other words, they are stakeholders. They have some kind of stake in you being in business, and if you're not serving their needs, you're not going to survive. The flip side of it is, customers are people who are dependent on you. When the San Diego Chargers lost the community at whole, it's because they felt no dependence on them. They realized that it was not something that was part of their community any longer, and so therefore their support eroded away quite quickly. There are 4 ways to measure customer satisfaction. And when I work with business owners and entrepreneurs, startups of all kinds, I really, really emphasize this. We need to measure customer satisfaction every day of our lives. The lowest level is a survival level. That's where you have a satisfied customer. It's good, and most companies in the world continue to survive because they have satisfied customers. But that's the bare level of existence from a business and not-for-profit or any organizational level. The second level up is where the customers feel like you exceeded their expectations. They're very happy with the service you provided, and they might even give you a referral. And they certainly would consider buying your service or providing funds and whatever they're doing in connection with what you're providing them. They'll try to do it again. The third level is really where I think we need to set the bar, though. The third level is what I call minimal acceptance level. It's where the customer is delighted. You've gone well beyond what they expected, and they're going to graciously give referrals, repeat business, and at that level, you're not a competitor on a price basis. You're a competitor at a much higher level, a value basis, and that's where we want to be. And the fourth level, very few companies achieve it, but if you can achieve it, and that's what you want to strive for, that's where you set your goals, is amazement. At the amazement level, you can't be competed with. You are a standalone service. They will come to you no matter what, and they will give you testimonials. They will referrals in abundance, and the network that you will create by achieving an amazement level of satisfaction in your customers will grow your business stronger and better than anything you can possibly do. And so therefore, we want to set that bar and strive for amazement. Be happy with delight and not unhappy with anything below delight. So the key is, if you want to charge higher prices, if you want customers to need you and want you and get your repeat business, then you have to achieve that level of delight, at a minimum, amazement as the goal. So I end this video by just asking you one simple question. What are you doing to measure your customers' satisfaction level? And making sure you understand who your customer is. All your stakeholders, your suppliers, your end users, your employees, everyone is a stakeholder, and they're all your customers. And your ability to bring them to a level of amazement will definitely dictate the level of success you have in your business and enterprise as a whole. I want to thank you again for watching this video. I'm BizCoachBen. Catch me on Facebook, BizCoachBen, Twitter, BizCoachBen. Hey, and I want you to look on Facebook. In the next couple of days, I'm going to post some free webinars. One on group coaching, one on strategic, building a strategic plan, and the other on some training programs that I'm wanting to put together that will be webinar based. The price break is going to be unbelievable, and if you're interested, take a look at the Facebook BizCoachBen page. Go on and book an appointment, or if you want to know more, you can find me on Calendly. Please do, and I look forward to talking to each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day, take care, and let's build some amazed customers together, okay?